Hello everyone, you are welcome to my YouTube channel, Akeem Ola. Today we have another question on quadratic equation involving roots, two roots, alpha and beta. Don't forget, if you're just joining me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Akeem Ola Online Mathematics. You can also like and share my video. Now let's go solving. We have if alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation. Alpha and beta are the two roots of the quadratic equation. We are given the quadratic equation 3x squared minus the x minus 5 is equal to 0. They now said find the equation whose roots are 1 all over 2 alpha and 1 all over 2 beta. See, so many things are involved when you are solving a question of this nature. How can we solve this particular question? The first thing we need to do is to consider the equation given from the question. And if we consider that, we are going to have 3 alpha 3s squared minus x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then we now need to compare this equation with the normal quadratic equation. And the normal quadratic equation is always given by as squared plus bs plus c is equal to 0. Comparing these two equations, as in this and this together, these and these together, and these and these together. Comparing the two equations, we are going to observe that our a is equal to 3, our b is equal to minus 1, and our c is equal to minus 5. Now, after getting something like this, remember, whenever you are solving a question under quadratic equation involving two roots, two things are always considered: the sum of roots and the product of roots. So we are now going to consider the two of them, one after the other now. So we are going to write the first one, we are going to write sum of the roots. Now, we are asked to form another equation from these roots. And the roots are 1 all over 2 alpha and 1 all over 2 beta. Before we consider this now, we need to get our alpha plus beta sum of roots. Normally, our alpha plus beta is always minus b all over a, and that will be equal to minus into minus 1 all over 3, and that will be equal to 1 all over 3, because minus times minus will surely give you plus. And we have the product of roots, alpha beta, that will now be equal to c all over a. What is our c there? That is minus 5 all over a, which is 3. Now we can now simplify the given roots, the roots that they want us to find the equation in terms of product and sum. Let's consider the sum of roots now. Sum. If you consider the sum, we are going to have 1 all over 2 alpha plus 1 all over 2 beta. Of course, this is a fraction. How do you solve a fraction? Find the LCM. The LCM will be 2 alpha beta. The LCM will be 2 alpha beta. 2 alpha in 2 alpha beta, that is beta. Beta times 1 will give us beta, plus 2 beta in 2 alpha beta, that is alpha. Alpha times 1 will give us alpha. So the sum of roots now is given by this, b plus alpha all over 2 alpha beta. B plus alpha is also the same as alpha plus beta. So we are now going to have our alpha plus beta. It has a value. The value is 1 all over 3. I can write divided by because of this line. So I have 2 into minus 5 all over 3. Solving further, we have 1 all over 3 times minus 3 all over 10. So this will cancel, this will cancel. We are now left with minus 1 all over 10. That is the sum of the new roots that we are going to consider now. Now let's get the product of the new root. The product of the new roots now will now be product now will now be 1 all over 2 alpha into another bracket 1 all over 2 beta, and that will of course give us 1 all over 4 alpha beta, which is now the same thing as 1 divided by 4 alpha beta, and that will give us 1 divided by 4. What is alpha beta? That is minus 5 all over 3. Minus 5 all over 3. So that will now give us 1 times minus 3 all over 20. And that will give us minus 3 all over 20. Normally, they said we should find the equation, another equation. To find another equation, when a particular equation is given from the question, there is a formula for it, and the formula is always given by s squared minus sum of roots plus sum of root x, then plus product of roots is now equal to 0. That means we are now going to have s squared minus what is our sum of roots? Our sum of roots is minus 1 all over 10. We have 2 minus will be there. We have the first minus from the question. Why this one is minus 1 all over 10 x. Then plus into minus 3 all over 20 is now equal to 0. So from here, we are going to have s squared plus x all over 10, then minus 3 all over 20 is now equal to 0. When you are solving question on quadratic equation, we must not have something like this. So what we need to do from here is that we need to find the LCM of the denominator. Of course, the LCM of 10 and 20 will surely be 20. So we are now going to multiply each terms. We'll multiply it through by the LCM, which is 20 here. So I'll just write multiply through by 20. That means we are going to have 20 times this will give us 20 s squared plus this one will give us 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. I know you'll be wondering how I got this 2x. You can see that we have 20 times x all over 10. The 0 we cancel. We are left with 2x. This one too, 20 times minus 3 all over 20. 20 we cancel. So we are now left with minus 3. So the new equation that we are asked to find from the question is now given by 20x squared plus 2x minus 3. Wow, we have come to the end of another episode. Next time, we are going to take it off from here. God bless you. God bless me. Take care.